Hello, servants of the engine. Welcome to, I guess, the latest video for our Twisted YouTube channel. I'm Mac, in case you don't know me, and I have some cool stuff to show you that Twisted is playing around with these days. So I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time. I'm going to get right down to it, and it is a cool word that is kind of all the buzz in the miniature community, and that is Sio-Cast. And right now they are at Adepticon showing off their super cool machine. And we were fortunate enough to get a couple prototype models done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the table and I'm going to show you what we got. So stand by 1 second and we are going to go camera down. Check it out. All right. So for you regular Twisted folks who are familiar with the game, you may or may not recognize this lovely fellow here. This is Shrike of the Dickensians. He is one of the special character Irkin. You'll have to forgive me for my non-fancy paint jobs. Not known for fancy painting. Known for painting pretty fast, but not fancy. So here we have Shrike. You can see I have a barrel right here, and the reason being is because this joint right here, that spot right there, this is a metal miniature, and that's a very small, you can see, that is a very, very small piece of metal, very thin right there. And basically what was happening to my Shrike, I actually have another one of them. What was happening to him is he was slowly bending over at that point. So I had a bunch of these barrels from Hobby Lobby and went ahead and put it under his foot. Actually, on both of mine are like that. This barrel's actually not finished being painted because this guy fell over more recently. However, the weapon's pretty sturdy. Again, it's a metal model. I don't have the resin version of Shrike, but this tends to be a little bit brittle because, as you can see, his weapon is it's fairly thin. Let's see if I can get that to focus there. Probably not. There we go. You can see it on his arm. That piece is relatively thin, and it bends. And as you guys know, if you guys build models, that metal, once it bends once, it's pretty much going to break when you try to bend it back. And of course, the resin will just snap. So, like I said earlier in the video, we have Shrike. I know, seems like you just saw him. Let's get that to focus. Take a look at him. All right, so what we have here is another Shrike. You'll notice this one does not have a barrel under his foot. And the reason for that is because this model is done in Sio-Cast. Let's see if we get that to focus a little bit. I apologize for that. Forever having camera problems because I don't know how they work. Got to get a new one. So anyway, here we have this Shrike. And you can see he's got all the same thin parts. The arm, the weapon, the ankle, all that. But you can also see that the detail is definitely still there. I'm going to bring this other Shrike up here, kind of let you look at both of them. So this one here is our Sio-Cast model, and this one over here with the barrel, that's our metal one. I posed them slightly differently so I wouldn't have the exact same pose on my Shrikes. But what I wanted to show you was actually a couple things, is the quality of the sculpt. You can see the details you haven't lost anything in the detail. The detail is still there. The detail's very good. You can see right there, particularly on the leg. The paint job's not so good, but the detail's fantastic. Right? So all of that detail has remained. But here's the great part about Sio-Cast. So I cleaned this up and got it all ready before I painted it, obviously. But here is what I think is actually pretty cool, is this. So he's all painted up, primered and everything. And let's see if I can get a good angle of that. There is his weapon. And you can see I just bent it, went all the way back. Right there at the ankle. Just pretend like he's walking there. Doo, doo, doo. Let's see there, he's just walking along. Right? I'm going to show you a little bit more on that, though, because he's likely to come off of the base from his foot before he actually has any problems. So I personally think that is amazing. So this is just a sample model of Sio-Cast of what Twisted is looking at going to. There's a couple things to work out, but as you can see, the detail is most definitely there, as well as that flexibility. I mean, that's not something that's going to snap in resin and that's going to snap in metal. Now, to be fair, I haven't had it that long. So if I were to continue to do that for, I don't know, about 15 or 20 minutes, he might finally break, but he didn't. So I'm going to move him back just a little bit, give you a free plug from the podcast, Indie Invasion, right? And I'm going to open these up for you. So what we have here is a few more just random Sio-Cast bits, and we're going to take a look at these as well. We're going to start with this one. So what we have here is, I've got a couple of these actually. These are the rocket packs that have recently come out with the human torpedo. So those just came out with the human torpedo. Let's see if I can get that to focus at all. That's kind of small. Maybe not. Come on. There we go. So you can see the details really good on that. And again, there's not a lot of flex on this one, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of flex to that. So in those areas that aren't so small, there's not a whole lot of flex on them. We have a little piece here. And again, these are just some random bits. This is the bird from Horus. You can see his fist right there on the bottom, and then the bird. The detail is still there, still fantastic. These aren't primed, so this is the color of the material that was used in this cast. Okay, and then I wanted to show you this last little bit here as well, because these are some of the Shrike pieces. Now you can see there's some flashing on there, right? Not a whole lot of flashing, but I'll show you this. It cleans up real nicely. So it comes right off, not a big deal to clean up. I probably should have put a new blade on, but I didn't. But as you can see, it maintains a lot of the detail, and that's really not what I wanted to show. The best part is, I think, because particularly because I run a lot of demos at conventions, so I have a lot of people handling my miniatures, and I inevitably have to put several back together when I get home. So what I really like is that just being able to bend that piece and it not break. And that's just not going to happen with a piece of resin or with a piece of metal. Now, as I understand it, I have some friends currently at Adepticon, and they are, Sio-Cast is there. So as you can see right there, Sio-Cast is currently there. And they are talking about a new material that is a little sturdier than this. So not still a little bit flexible, but not more flexible, but not quite. It's still flexible, but not quite as flexible as this stuff is. So, and again, these were prototype molds. So if you happen to notice any, let's see if I don't know if I can get that one to focus. That's pretty small. If you happen to see any poor castings or anything on that, you're probably not going to see that one. So let's just do this. So on that one, you probably weren't going to see any, but if you saw any bad castings, the thing to remember about that is that was a complete prototype run, and it still looks that good. So really excited about what may be on the horizon for Sio-Cast. I mean, I already know several companies that are getting into it, which is really exciting. I think it's super cool. The machine is not within my price range, but I kind of wish it was, because it's an amazing machine. I encourage you to go over. I'll throw some links in the description to the Sio-Cast Facebook page and the Sio-Cast YouTube channel, so you can check that out. Also, you go to the Adepticon Facebook page because they're doing a bunch of stuff, and they're going to be doing a live stream from Adepticon about some of their new stuff. But keep an eye out in the future, because you may just be able to get your hands on some Sio-Cast twisted models as we kind of begin to explore that and see where we can go with that. But in the meantime, check out the Demented Games page, the website, so that you can go over there. You can check out, you can order all your models from there if you are in Australia. If you happen to be in the United States, you can check out Discover Games. They sell in the States. They carry pretty much everything that is twisted. Go over and check out the Facebook page for Twisted and the Facebook group Minions of the Engine. Lots of cool stuff going on over there. And you can also check out the Discord channel. I'll throw all those links up in the description of the video. Remember, if you like what you see, don't forget to click the like button. And if you want to come back and find out more and more stuff about Twisted as new stuff comes down the pipe, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little bell notification so that you never miss out on an update of what's going on in the world of Twisted. See you guys next time.